Hey, good morning. Yes, a few people have asked me to please look at COP27, and yes, I've been meaning to. And here's a little bit of what I found over the past several days, but also please add your thoughts because I know I'm going to miss a lot. All I can tell you is I don't trust anything that's going on there, not one single thing. And that's really the reason I haven't looked at it. I mean, honestly, we know who the Pope is, we know who the United Nations is, so that already says enough to me. But yes, let's look at a few things. COP27. Do you notice the sun worship? The three arrows right there? There's birds, there's the black sun, two of them, right? And of course, the archway. I mean, we understand what all this is representing, what they are saying, but we understand more. The arch in front of the sun. The COP actually means Conference of the Parties. Oh, okay. And 27. Yes, there's your 999, right? Flip that upside down. Just prior to COP 27, they gathered together where? Oh, in Israel. Religious leaders taught climate action in Israel ahead of COP 27. Okay. Well, you can read a little bit more on that, but let's take a look at what they're talking about in the United Nations. From the 6th to the 18th of November, yada, 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 solidarity, of course. Faced with growing energy crisis, record greenhouse gas concentrations, and increasing extreme weather events. Who's creating the extreme? We understand who's doing all this. But there Guterres is talking the big talk. And I wasn't going to show you a clip of this, but then I saw his couple-minute speech, so I'll share a little bit of what he had to say at the 3 and 5 minute mark.
But that 1.5-degree goal is on life support and the machines are rattling. We are getting dangerously close to the point of no return. And to avoid that dire fate, all G20 countries must accelerate their transition now in this decade. Humanity has a choice: cooperate or perish. It is either a climate solidarity pact or a collective suicide pact. It is either a climate solidarity pact or a collective suicide pact.
I mean, just hearing his voice just makes me so mad. I mean, really, they're saying this is suicide, right? And the world is heating up. So their thought is on the left, but we understand on the right who this world belongs to and who's running the show right now, right? It's not only Satan, but it's all these collective individuals, right? And they're all connected to the UN. So I wonder if this has anything, to do with what's going on. Since I see Pope here, religious leaders issue joint appeal ahead of COP26. Well, I looked into it a little bit, and I saw Justin Welby's name there. As I said, I'm going to flip and flop, and now I realize that a little bit of this twisted together. But anyway, Welby, we understand who he is, right? There is Welby. Yeah, okay. And there he is with Israel Prime Minister. That's wonderful. Just great. Look, and then I found this. Recognize the strategic importance of faith actors and include them as key partners in building resilience. Look, you can look and read at all this. I'll share a lot of what I find. All I'm telling you is I don't trust a word that comes out of their mind. And yeah, they say joint declaration, right? And we know so many are joint with them. Wow. And then they are saying facing this worldwide calamity. Yeah, they're creating this calamity, right? And they read right here, we realize that in facing this worldwide calamity, no one is safe until everyone is safe. That our actions really do affect one another, and that we do today affects what happens tomorrow. Oh, I hear him say that all the time, Guterres. We are not safe until everybody is safe. Oh, look, yes, we are to love our neighbors, but we know and understand who is pushing us towards what is happening, right? And look, I'm not going to read all this. There's so much to read and so much to look over. New ways of working. We need to find new ways of working together, blah, blah, blah. Look, global cooperation. Together we appeal to the heart and mind of every Christian, every believer, and every person of goodwill. Look, everyone has goodwill. I mean, anyone can do good. We see the Rotaries, we see the Lions, we see the Freemason doing good. But we understand who they are. And it reminds me of Lucius Trust, in the Goodwill. Yeah. They had an organization called the Goodwill. Look, there they sit, the Pope and the Sheik, and they're having dialogue. That's great. Peace. They can have the peace, but we understand. And we need to promote mutual respect, and we need to promote fraternity. Right, the fraternity. Fratelli Frutti is what he wrote. Right, and there they sit, and there they talk and discuss about peace. And of course he's going to say all the right words in the Facebook pages, right? If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, yeah. To have faith in Jesus, to trust in him, not in man. We're told to test everything. Hold on to what is good. Hold on to what is the truth. And watch out for false prophets. For they come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. That's what the Bible asks us to do, to know his word. And when he sits there in front of, this, all I see is Mary and baby Jesus. And I know this is a very bad picture. I'll show you a better one. But there she is with the sun over her head. And they're both wearing crowns. They're both wearing crowns, really? The one hand is up, the one hand is down. There's a better picture right there. And when I saw this one in particular, I was just blasphemy right here. Not only am I seeing, I'll show you what I'm seeing. The pillars. I mean, the hand up and the hand down. They're both wearing crowns. Mary, might as well just keep the M and say Mason. And the black cube, the sun worship. I mean, there's just so much to say on just this picture alone. And there he stands with another, of course, talking about, the great things that were coming together for this COP27. You can laugh. And he's standing there with this humongous thing around his neck. And of course, do you notice? Do you see it? He has to have his Legion badge there as well, right? There's a bit of a close-up. Just, wow, right? And yeah, he's won a lot of these. By the way, I went to look, and I'm not going to name them all. These are all his, plus these and some, because I couldn't find proper pictures for a few of them. So, what about the Pope? If you don't know that the Pope, he's gotten the Charlemagne Prize. I've covered that, and how even, Guterres got the Charlemagne Prize as well. Look, they give prizes to all of their own. I don't think I need to share this with you guys, but the Pope has even got these two, the Order of the Smile, really? And he even got a war bonnet just this year. From who? The indigenous, sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong, people, because the Pope asked for forgiveness. Absolutely, we're to forgive if someone asks for forgiveness. But then they're showing you exactly who they are. I'm here in this land of the tree of life as the sower of peace. Oh my goodness, and I just think of, the tree of life. Yes, there is the real tree of life, but there's also the one that comes from the wicked. They twist everything that God has created because he can't create anything new. And it reminds me of the 1,000 points of lights and how they were in front of that writing the fraternity, the signing of the fraternity. I don't care what happens. I know who he is. He goes to the basilica every time he comes back home. And there he is with his little wave. It almost looks like the Freemason M sign there, but, And then he's showing his ring. You might think that's a cross, but that's a Knights of Malta cross right there. And I was supposed to find something on that, but I didn't have time. But then this morning we see 11 bishops accused again of these horrific things that have been going on for years. And what did they say? In that, oh yeah, of course, there's the symbolism. Do you see the symbolism? Not only am I seeing the Saturn, the Vesica Piscis, but it also looks like an Ankh if you were to put that upside down, right? But hey, but what does he say? Accused of failing to report cases will face prosecution or, the word is or, a church tribunal. A church tribunal. You'll just get a slap on the wrist, but it also reminds me of the Noahide laws, by the way, and how in the Bible it says that we will be brought in front of them. Ah, boy. But how much do you want to bet this guy is not going to, none of them are going to serve time, right? But let's keep in watch. But together for transparency. Yeah, okay, sure. CC, right? 33. Oh, maybe that's why they say CC in Spanish. Hey, you can look at the videos, all the things they're saying, universal participation, accountability, climate action. Everything's happening and they're all coming together from the 8th of November until, the 10th of November. No, that goes on until, I believe, the 16th. But anyway, the track 1, evolving, transparency, landscape, transparency, perspectives, and what? Developing country implementation. They want to make sure your country is gonna implement all these things. Look, I've probably gone over my time. Let me check. I'm getting close, so let's keep going. Together for transparency. Sure, you can look at the numbers. You might see some things in here like the 3336, or other things like how COP27, the 27 is like 999. I love thy neighbor. You can read all that he has to say about this in his Fratelli Tutti. It's a tutti, a tutti. Actually, that means a soother. It means a binky in Finnish, tutti. That's what you're going to need, because that's what they need. And he references actually this man here, Saint Irene. Oh my goodness, and all you can see is all the same symbolism, him holding his hands in the okay symbolism right there. Put your trust in man. No, that's what he was asking. No, and I say, do not put your trust in man. You need to just trust in the Lord, understand his word, and then it'll all become very clear, because we understand that they've all gathered together, and a lot of them are trusting and aligning themselves with the Pope. We understand it. Rick Joyner, Rick Warren, right? As well as Kenneth Copeland and so many others. And if the church or a pastor cooperated with this pandemic, I'm not trusting in them either. I've done so many videos and all I can say is, yeah, trust is gone. And all I'm seeing is the you. I know who you are, who they are. And I know you guys understand that too. Look, my time is up. You know as well as I do, they show their symbolism and everything. And all I can say is know your enemy, because they are one massive family. And I'll show you a few of the pictures I found on the Vatican page, Facebook page. No, God knows your heart, absolutely. And God knows who are his, right? Absolutely. But just understand that Jesus is the only way. He's the only way to the truth, life, forgiveness, to the Father, and to heaven. All right. We'll see if I look at more of this, but understand that I wouldn't trust a single thing coming out of their mouth. But we are in the last days, and we will know the time, but we won't know the time or the date, but we will know the season. God bless you guys. Take care. Catch you guys here tomorrow.